out of finesse. Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, I get ready to told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side. Is that big of the dial? Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. More action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on it. Hey, couple of bins up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clearer than my conscience. I don't let bygones be bygones. That's when I'm honest. Penthouse building, reach heaven's heights. Now that's what you call a God complex. Remember the days I was down low when it was out cold, but I went out and got it. Look at my milestones, man, it feel like the Dow Jones when you look at my pocket. Look at the flex, yeah. Whipping the Teslas. Ooh, I'm a mess, but it's all a finesse. Boy, you stop it quiet. If it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus, private jet.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Complete to Preston Williams.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And last this week in the loss. 5 punts as he gets this one away. A beautiful fake. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Second and 11. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Hey. 47.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who might be.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Demario Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Miami.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Tua, fast pass outside, complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Complete.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. Yeah, they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Complete.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
The Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That's the end of the first quarter.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The Dolphins ball carrier, DeMario Davis on the tackle.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Tua going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Number 20.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He's got his man, Boyd. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
And a Dolphin first down.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. 16 yards, a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up second and
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
A 31-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Show it in. Watch twist. Watch twist. Jim. He's crashing. He's checking it. Check that. Street. Press down.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 50-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. This time he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Tua, a final shot before half. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
47.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Mark.
I just wonder if defensively they're starting to think that, hey, we've kept them to nothing so far. They've got to take a shot downfield and look like they were prepared for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let it go again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Returnable for Grant. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 28-yard line.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Fights through, and now a crease. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He's across midfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They run with Breida. And some room to roam now. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Dolphins 20, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
4-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw now on first down. He sets to fire deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead.
McManus lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Gain of 19 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available, Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Tackle made by K1 Short.
To the 49-yard line.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They run again with Breida. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 43-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And it's third down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
First down, Miami.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is Breida. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On second down, Tua. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
5-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Below Nichols. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Allen Robinson.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
throw's going to be incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Going up top. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Tua. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe. Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 16. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Ball carrier.
Matt Matt Breida, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 42 yards. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
By the Dolphins.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
It's a gain
23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Dolphins.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On first down, here's Breida. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Today's final score.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.